हेलो 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 माय डियर फ्रेंड्स। वेलकम टू दी स्ट्रीम। भाई कैसे हैं आप लोग? स्वागत है आपका। आज हम खेल रहे हैं रैपिड, प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट 22-2300 प्लेयर्स। Caro-Kann defense। ओके, so bishop activating on d3 looks good. I can now go for castle. He can take that pawn. So to defend that pawn, instead of defending, should I push this pawn? He'll take that. I can take it and take this, and knight goes here. Looks good. He directly attacking bishop. If bishop takes knight, king takes bishop, knight takes pawn, queen takes d5, queen takes. Okay, so he defended. So I'll also defend. Now I can castle both the ways, and I have good activation. And good activation means a good fight. So this pawn push g4, I can attack his knight. Bishop can pin my knight. I'll go for short castle. Okay, forcing his bishop to take my knight. Once he takes it, my bishop can activate this way to attack knight, because this pawn will be defended back with this pawn, and king can also be placed here. And if you make h6, I'll push g5. Pawn takes g5, h6 takes g5, bishop takes it back. Rook cannot come here. I can take his knight. If queen takes it, queen takes it. Or I can just be patient and wait for him to make mistake. Maybe I can activate my rook here also. So I think plan is simple now. I can take his knight. Okay. So he's going for this pawn. If I take this, he can take this with check. If queen goes forward, he can take this pawn. So I think bishop goes back. Looks good. Or maybe bishop goes here, takes this. Bishop goes back, looks good. Knight cannot come forward. Rook can activate on b1 to go for that pawn. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. भैया कुछ advice दो. I am 1400. Learn openings. Now rook can go here. He cannot take this pawn. Rook cannot take this pawn. Queen is defending that. Rook to attack that pawn. If he castles short castles, I can take his knight. If you go for long castle, I can take this pawn. Rook comes here, rook takes it, and I do have plan for short castle, long castle also. If rook comes here, I can take his knight. Pawn takes queen. Rook takes rook with check, and I can take his another rook also. Okay, so that's a good move. But really, is it attacking his knight? If pawn push, rook takes it, bishop takes with check. Pawn push, rook takes pawn takes pawn, bishop takes pawn with check, and I can take his knight. And I'll have my compensation back. Knight with two pawns is better. First take his knight, and I have this check, take his rook. I think this is now losing for him. This pawn push, bishop comes here to pin his queen. If rook comes here, I'll still play that because rook takes queen, bishop takes back, and queen takes. I'll have okay, that was also the plan. Maybe now bishop goes here. Bishop goes here. Bishop comes back is good. He can give check. I'll move my king forward. If he takes my rook, I have this check and I can take his rook. Save the rook. I can't save it, but I can like give him check and take his rook also. If he try to defend it like here or here, I have bishop pairs which can checkmate him. King goes forward, offering him rook. No problem in this also because we do have a bishop pair, a rook, the rook. and still in better position because his king. Now we have to find out the best game to win this. Bishop goes here. Bishop goes here. Rook can be planned here. Bishop goes here looks good because I do have pawn to support that bishop. If rooks attack, pawn push, pawn to f3. And another bishop on f4. That is much better. And rook here. If you push this pawn, pawn push, give him check. After check, king have this option. King have this option. If king goes here, that's a check from here. And take this pawn also. So we'll be in trouble. So I think rook goes here now. First of all, pawn push. And second thing is bishop here or here. Or I should take bishop back and activate the other way. Let's first take our king here. So if you bring his knight here, I'll move my bishop. I'll not give up my bishop. I have bishop pair that is more powerful. Bishop goes here. Bishop can come back. Or maybe rook here. If he takes my bishop, I cannot give him check. No, I cannot give him check. So I think bishop goes back first and bishop activating on g3. That looks good. But he can place his rook on h1. Okay, he's threatening mate. So first of all, rook goes here to go attack that pawn. I cannot move my bishop. I can take this pawn, give him check, and I'll come back. If knight takes pawn, that will be blunder because I can take this pawn. Also, I can take this pawn, give him check from here, bishop check. Okay, this pawn push continues. Pawn push, pawn push. King does not have any place to go. If I place my rook on d1, he can give check and take the piece. Pawn push is also not possible. Bishop goes here does not make any sense. Rook here. Placing my rook on b5. हेलो हेलो वॉक्सो बीजीएमआई, हेलो गुलशन भाई, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। कैसे हो सब लोग भाई? Plan is to take this pawn. Rook takes pawn with check, and pawn cannot takes it back because his king is pinned. If king tried to move here or move here, it's a check. I can take his rook. If king goes here, I can take this pawn. No, I cannot take that pawn because that's a mate. Bishop is defending this checkmate square. He can attack my bishop, but I can place my rook back, or I can give him check. Maybe bishop takes it, and yeah, I can give him check. If he attack my knight, check, bishop takes pawn, I can have his rook. So that's a plan. And he's also low on time. I think we are going to win it. Now bishop takes pawn is wrong. Simply, what I should do is first place my rook back. I just need to open the square for if pawn push, pawn takes it. 2-1-0, and we won. Let's go. One by timeout. We made a blunder. I think that was a rook blunder. Pawn takes rook takes pawn was a blunder, or rook takes pawn was good. Let's see. We played with 80% accuracy. He played with 88% accuracy. Okay, he lost on time actually. What was blunder? Okay, this pawn push was absolutely blunder because queen can take it, and there was a very what was best for us to place my bishop, so he cannot take his rook here. Or maybe I could have placed if he bring his rook here, I could play g3 or king to d2 like that plan. King, yeah, I think I should have played king to g3 after that, and h4 push. मैंने नहीं देखा. Chalo, moving on to another game. We gave him free pawn along with the very good attack. Although he didn't took advantage of that. I think there was no mate also. I thought there was a mate, but there was no mate. King escape squares was there. So moving on to another game. Hello, hello, Motu Patlu. Welcome to the stream. Motu Patlu, you and Uno, Uno. Okay, so queen pawn opening. Knight activation, pawn push, pawn takes it. Pawn push, pawn takes it. Bishop check from here. Or I should place knight forward. Yeah, I'll play. I should place knight forward. Jay, which city are you from? I am from Burhanpur, bhai. It's in Madhya Pradesh. Now this pawn push. Because now I can place my bishop here. And he cannot push this pawn. I'll have good advantage after that. I can go for short castle also. And he does not have a good growth. So no, I think that will be considered as a mistake. First check, I think. इस साल नेशनल टूर्नामेंट खेलोगे क्या? जाता भी हुआ अक्टूबर के आसपास होता है, फिर जहां भी हुआ अक्टूबर के आसपास होता है. बिल्कुल खेलेंगे भाई. मुझे डिटेल्स बता देना आप, मैं आ जाऊंगा. pawn push takes his queen, and I think play my bishop back. Bishop goes here, short castle. I'll castle first. I can attack his rook. तुम स्टेट चैंपियन खेल कोई खेले कोई हो कोई मैं पहले खेला था कॉलेज टाइम पे बहुत टाइम से नहीं खेला है और मुझे लगता भी नहीं है कि शायद हम लोगों के लिए कुछ होता होगा मैं फीडे खेला हूँ फीडे आई थिंक पास्ट 6 मंथ्स में 3 फीडे टूर्नामेंट्स खेले मैंने offering him rook exchange if he takes my bishop that's a mate in one. If I place it back he can take my bishop so I think rook takes rook and now again rook attacking bishop. If he takes that pawn, if he takes this pawn or this pawn, I can give him mate. F5. Bishop to F5. Yes, that was also good, but bishop can take this pawn. So he's already in pawn advantage +1 and he will get more pawns. So that's why I think rook to D8 is better. Okay. So he got pawn advantage. Queen defending H8. Now rook have a complete open file. That's a check from here, which I can give. Yes, check from here. King only needs to move in. If he try to come forward, that's a check with rook. I can take his bishop. So king goes in. That's a check. I can take his rook. That was a positional blunder. Let's go. We won this game. H6, king to G5 करोगे. कुछ बोल रहे थे शायद भाई. मेरा प्लान ज्यादा बेटर लग गया शायद. Let's go. Won by resignation. He also saw that plan. अभी जरूरत नहीं है. उसने ब्लंडर कर दिया. गेम रिव्यू करते हैं एक बार मुझे ऐसा लगता है शायद उसने ब्लंडर नहीं किया मतलब ब्लंडर नहीं किया है शायद वो ब्लंडर नहीं था या था ब्लंडर मैंने भी एक ब्लंडर किया है व्हाट ब्लंडर आई डिड रुक हियर वाज ब्लंडर व्हाई एक्सप्लेन he can make a pawn push if I take his rook and place another rook okay that was blunder because I was losing one pawn ठीक है and after this like I decided to go forward computer is saying come back and the final blunder he did was just this pawn push and check was everything is over. He did the blunder to lose the piece. I made a blunder to lose a pawn. Let's see if I did anything wrong in the opening. This is wrong. What should be better here? Activating c5 was much better option. Okay, we'll take care in the next from the next. Now what we will do, we will try to play more positional and whatever opening mistakes we are doing, we will try to resolve that, like solve that. Try to play better in the every next game. So C5 की लाइन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बहुत है ओके पॉन पुश आई थिंक अब C5 आएगा कि नहीं, क्योंकि अभी थोड़ी पोजीशन डिफरेंट है, ठीक है। C5 पॉन टेक्स पॉन पुश इज नॉट पॉसिबल। C5 पॉन टेक्स दिस पॉन पुश लुक्स गुड। ट्राई करते हैं भाई एक बार। अभी C5 करो, अभी तो आएगा। आएगा क्या? मुझे ऐसा लगता है यहाँ पे पॉन लूज हो रहा है, ऑल्दो आई एम रिकवरिंग इट एट दी लेटर स्टेज, लेकिन क्वीन गैम्बिट चला जाता है। इट्स अ क्वींस पॉन ओपनिंग सिमेट्रिकल वेरिएशन। ठीक है, D4 टेक्स C5, E6 push. If we push this pawn, knight goes here. Okay, so first thing is first E6 push. E6 push, yes. Castle right चला जाएगा अपना, हाँ शॉर्ट कैसल होगा ना। लेफ्ट जाएगा ना भाई, राइट कहाँ से जाएगा? ओके, बिशप टेक्स pawn, pawn takes pawn, knight takes a pawn, knight takes knight, queen takes and pawn takes, नहीं queen takes नहीं, pawn takes ही सही है। और let him take this, नहीं, he have knight to defend queen, so take with pawn is good. And knight activation, short castle. E6 then pawn capture. Okay, E6 then pawn capture. E6 then, हाँ correct, वही किया ना, मतलब अपन ने E6 pawn capture. He's spinning my queen. Attack his knight is now destroying him. This is, I think, mistake he made being a 2300 elo. This is a mistake because see, now I attacked his knight. If he takes this also, I can take it with queen or take with pawn, and I do have this check, जिससे उसको अपनी प्लेस आई थिंक ब्लॉक करनी पड़ेगी। नो ही डिडंट, नो, आई थिंक दिस इज अ मिस्टेक। ही शुड हैव पुश्ड E3, दैट वाज द बेटर ऑप्शन फॉर हिम, बट लेट्स सी, देखते हैं क्या होता है। मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि शायद ये पोजिशनल मिस्टेक है। नाइट टू E4 करेगा, नाइट टू E4, दिस नाइट टू E4, ओके। विच नाइट? नाइट टू E4, नाइट टू E4, हाँ ये कर सकता है वो। अभी भी अब नाइट टू E4 करेगा तो वो भी मिस्टेक ही है ना भाई, एक तरह से। लेकिन बिकॉज आई एम गिविंग हिम दिस चेक फर्स्ट, तो फिर ही हैज टू टेक हिज नाइट बैक एंड आई कैन अटैक हिज नाइट, like, and bring my knight out, and bishop, like, I have complete activation and he does not, so bishop check. ओके, ये वाला नाइट बैक जाएगा, मुझे लगा ये वाला नाइट बैक जाएगा, so this is not a mistake. Bishop attacking knight now, दूसरा बैक जाएगा, he won't take knight, हाँ ओके। I thought कि ये वाला नाइट जाएगा, that's why I thought, so ये वाला सही है। मुझे लगा मैं अटैक कर सकता हूँ, देखते हैं गेम एंड होने के बाद में देखते हैं। मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है मैंने मैंने मिस्टेक करी होगी। हेलो हेलो तुषार, अरे तुषार भाई, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम भाई। कितने साल हो गए भाई, मुझे लगा आओगे 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 आओगे, कभी नहीं आ रहे हो, कहाँ हो, कितने टाइम बाद। इफ ही मेक्स दिस pawn push, bishop takes knight, or if he make this pawn push, that's a mistake. Pawn takes, he have this check, but I can simply bring my knight out, knight on C6, take his knight। सच में काफी टाइम हो गया। ओपन राइट नाइट, pawn push, pawn push, yes, this is better। Check, knight goes here, rook takes knight with knight back, that's a check from here। I know what his plan is, rook takes knight, I can take his rook and I do have this check, which is very dangerous। Or if rook takes, I can take his knight with check and then take his rook, and king goes in. Simple as that. So he cannot. Rook takes knight is not right, and I do have this check. King goes here is an option. I can go for short castle. नहीं, रुक R e6 करेगा। हाँ करेक्ट, चेक नहीं दे सकता हूँ क्योंकि रुक e6 आता। Bishop takes. Simply go for castle, do nothing. Check. King goes here. No another check after that. Rook activation is not possible. Queen is sitting here. Pawn push. He can take this pawn. Go for short castle. Still he can take this pawn. चलो let's do a short castle. Let's at least make मतलब queen को थोड़ा सा defend करते हैं, थोड़ा सा. If queen takes pawn, rook goes here. Attack on bishop. Attack on knight. Queen takes knight. I do have this check. After that, both the rook can come on c8. That is a plan. Maybe, maybe not. Although यहाँ पे किंग इतना ज्यादा सेफ नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी इतना सेफ है कि फिलहाल के लिए तो सेफ है, मतलब लॉन्ग टर्म प्लान के लिए सेफ है. He is planning to take this pawn. If he takes this pawn, if bishop takes pawn, check from here, attack his queen, attack on. If he cannot take the pawn, I can take his bishop. Okay, so check first is wrong. First thing is first attack his queen. If queen takes pawn, I can take his bishop. He cannot take my knight because I'm threatening to take the. Okay, now this double push, offering him knight. Double push, offering him knight. If he takes knight, I can take his bishop, and I do have. He cannot castle also, and I have threat on this knight also. And after that check, he is gone. E8, E8 कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन चेक के बाद में if his king moves in ना, I do not have any good option. गलत कर दिया क्या सब? King goes in. ओ ओ ओ, ये गलत किया क्या? चेक के बाद में क्या होगा? चेक, चेक. ओके, पूरी तरह से कैलकुलेट नहीं किया था. आई थिंक रुक चेक एंड किंग गोस. किंग के लिए एस्केप स्क्वायर फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. फर्स्ट टेक इज नाइट विथ चेक. नाइट विथ चेक, क्वीन चेक. मे बी. आई थिंक आई थिंक आई कैन स्टिल विन दिस, क्योंकि किंग किंग एस्केप है मेरे पास. नहीं, अभी तो भाग जाएगा B1 पे. मैं भी भाग सकता हूँ ना, रुक चेक के बाद में. देखो, सबसे पहले तो क्वीन चेक. इफ नाइट कम्स फॉरवर्ड. हाँ यार, ये मिस्टेक कर दी उसने. सिर्फ उसको नाइट आगे लाना था, एंड दैट वाज दी गुड मूव फॉर हिम. लेकिन आई थिंक दिस इज मिस्टेक, क्योंकि आई डू हैव दिस पोक. गुड वन, गुड वन, गुड वन. एक्चुअली ही प्लेड वेरी वेल. नाइट चेक. नाइट चेक दो. नाइट चेक दो. आई टच दिस. आई सॉ कि अपने सब्सक्राइबर्स क्या बोल रहे हैं. अगर किंग यहाँ भी आता तो भी मतलब सेम प्लान था, किंग यहाँ भी आता तो भी सेम प्लान था। आई थिंक द विनिंग मूव फॉर हिम वॉज रुक ऑन C3 was the winning move for him, and there was no another check. Like knight check does not make any sense, and rook को बाहर लाता तो he has this direct mate. Although I think first move पे यही होना चाहिए था कि बिशप चेक, बिशप चेक से पहले रुक चेक एंड किंग के लिए एस्केप स्क्वायर निकालना था. आई शुड हैव गिव अप दिस नाइट. Rook check and king goes G8. Queen takes H7. King goes F8. Queen check on H8. King goes to E7. Is protected. And I think after that there is an escape square back for queen. Maybe, maybe not. Let's review it. I don't know. कुछ तो मिस्टेक्स तो करी है, मिस्टेक्स तो 100% करी है, और ओपनिंग में भी चेक कर दें, ठीक है. आई थिंक ओपनिंग में भी अपन ने C5 जो खेला है ना, सिमेट्रिकल वेरिएशन, उसमें we played like 1900, we played like 1850. Then also we won. We played 62%. We made a blunder. Then also we won. Start review. And this is symmetrical. ठीक है, okay सही है. Pawn takes. This is best. ठीक है, यहाँ तक सही था. Pawn push is also good. He took that, was a great. Take with pawn was not best. I think take with queen was good. Explain. Knight goes forward. Queen can come back to attack, and that's a pawn take. And okay, this is also good position. हेलो अक्षित, थैंक्स फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग. हेलो अक्षित तोमर, थैंक्स फॉर सब्सक्राइबिंग. भाई अगर मजा आ रहा है तो यार सब्सक्राइब कर दो एक एक यार. अपने बहुत कम सब्सक्राइबर है, ओनली 462 सब्सक्राइबर्स है. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब दिस चैनल. प्लीज एक बार खेल लो इस आईडी से. हाँ, खेलते हैं ब्रो. थोड़ा टाइम दो, खेलते हैं, ठीक है. चलो लेट्स कंटिन्यू विद द रिव्यू. He made a great move. I took it. He made another great move and another great move. ठीक है. So knight going forward was a great move. And this was a mistake. Castle was great here. Explain pawn push, take his, and knight activation. But since he made another mistake, he also made a mistake. That is, he brought his rook there, and took was mistake. Take was mistake. I should have castled first. Okay. Now I started making a great moves. Attack his queen was mistake, and pawn push was a blunder. ठीक है, because he can give check and threat for mate. Uh, take his knight was also a mistake. Take his knight was a mistake. What was best here? Queen takes bishop. Why? Acha, okay. Queen takes bishop, attack on his queen, and I'm going for this knight also after that. So knight check, and I can take his rook. So now watch forward. So this was the position. Still not bad. He can castle. I can start capturing his pawns. Take his pawn. No, but this pawn push. Is this winning for us or not? I think 3.4 it is showing bar from white side. गेम तो लॉस्ट ही था यहाँ पे. हाँ एक्चुअली, मतलब सिर्फ बिशप और अगर रुक पेयर बचता तो अगर उसका एंड गेम ऑब्वियसली अच्छा ही था. एक मिस्टेक करी उसने, रुक बीच में लाता, गेम वाज सेफ. ही डिडंट डिड दैट. आई थिंक लकीली गेम जीते हैं, सिंपल बताऊं, ये गेम अपना नहीं था एक्चुअल में. दैट वाज अ लक. वी वॉन ऑन लक. चलो, किंग्स पॉन ओपनिंग. मूविंग ऑन टू अनदर गेम. सिंपल ओपनिंग रखते हैं. एकदम सिंपल ओपनिंग। कैसल कर लेते हैं। जय तुम्हारी फीडे रेटिंग कितनी है भाई? अभी तो फिलहाल मैंने एक ही टूर्नामेंट से रेटिंग आई है। पहला ही फीडे खेला था, उसी की अभी तक रेटिंग आई है, 1635 है शायद। ओके, ब्रिंग माय बिशप एंड सिंपली गो फॉर कैसल, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कुछ भी अटैक करना अननेसेसरी है। एंड कैसल, दैट्स इट। अब नाइट टेक्स पॉन, क्वीन गोज बैक और बिशप टेक्स। नाइट टेक्स पॉन, नाइट टेक्स पॉन, अटैक ऑन क्वीन, क्वीन गोज बैक, nothing is possible here. So let's continue with our attack also. Pawn push. Now this push, and now I can plan to take because I do have this square for knight. Check, bishop takes, pawn takes. नहीं, he can castle after that. उसके बाद मेरे पास कुछ plan नहीं है. Knight cannot come forward. Knight cannot take this pawn. If this pawn push comes in, I also can attack his knight and then place my knight on e4. मैंने फीडे का शायद पहला ही टूर्नामेंट खेला था, उसमें ही फर्स्ट रेटिंग ही 1635 बनी थी। एंड उसके बाद मैंने दो टूर्नामेंट्स और खेले हैं, लेकिन रेटिंग चेंजेस अभी तक नहीं आए हैं। यहाँ शायद मैं देखे नहीं, देखूं। ओके, डिड ही मेक अ मूव? यस, ही मेड अ मूव। सो प्लान इज सिंपल, ही इज अटैकिंग माय नाइट, आई एम अटैकिंग हिज नाइट। हेलो हेलो दा हुमन, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। कैसे हो भाई? 1635 ही है अभी तक, अपडेट नहीं हुआ है रिकॉर्ड। मैंने क्योंकि अभी लास्ट दो टूर्नामेंट रिसेंट में ही खेले हैं। Take his bishop. Take that pawn. He can take my rook. I can take his rook with check. Rook again. Okay. Or I can take his bishop with check. Take this pawn. Bishop will activate. Or simply defend it. I think let's defend it. ठीक है. Because if I take this pawn, his bishop will activate, which I don't want, obviously. So he'll get one more pawn. Pawn push. I can take this pawn and maybe this pawn push. Pawn takes. Or just take this pawn. Knight goes here. Not good. Take this pawn. Keep it simple. Favorite opening, both white and black. Still analyzing what's my favorite opening. I should move my king to move away from this pin. Bishop takes knight. Bishop takes knight. Bishop takes bishop. Knight takes. I can take with queen, attacking that pawn. Maybe I can take this pawn and knight can go here. Take this pawn. If he takes my knight, I can take his bishop If he takes my bishop, no. Why CABT? He just take your bishop. Like when you take the E6 pawn, E6 pawn. So you are talking about the forward moves. Take his bishop, rook takes it, knight goes here, attack on queen, and then take his bishop. That's what my plan is. Now, if take bishop takes, bishop can take it back, and knight cannot go forward. Now I think I can take his knight. If he takes my rook, I can take his bishop. Will that make sense? No, that is not going to make any sense. Okay, let's exchange rooks. I can now push this pawn. He took with knight. Okay, I thought that he'll take with queen. But anyways, I can take this pawn. Cannot take this pawn because he can take my knight first, and if bishop takes is not possible. What about pawn push? Pawn push, pawn takes. Now maybe I can activate my bishop more. If you push this pawn, simply knight can go here. I've already moved my king away from that pin. Knight takes b8 was forced cause it took. When the queen knight takes c6 would have won you a piece. What? Knight takes b8. You mean to say knight takes knight and then bishop? That's a long plan. Take that pawn, bishop takes it, or simply go here. He can plan forward to go for mate threat. Rook activation looks good. Pawn push, pawn can push. Pawn push is wrong. Pawn push, pawn can push here. Queen goes here, attack his bishop. Attacking his bishop. Although that's not a best move. I think that's not a best move. But if he push this, I can take this pawn. He cannot take my knight. Attacking his queen and bishop is a threat. But why he will push this pawn? He's not going to push that pawn. I can place my queen on. Okay, he's threatening for mate. So rook goes forward is good to defend this pawn. And h3 I need to do. He's threatening for mate. Maybe just this pawn push, stopping his queen from mate also. Looks good. That's not a mate. Bishop is defending that square. Also, rook goes back is an option. So this bishop is the best. Attack is rook, queen comes here. Attack is rook. Can go for that pawn. Bishop takes that pawn. Yes, bishop takes that pawn. And bishop is still defending this square. Rook cannot take it. And I'll place my bishop back on d3. So I can give him check, take his rook. Or maybe I'll first push this pawn. He missed f5. f5. I want him to do f5. I want him to do f5. What if bishop goes? Okay, I need to place bishop back. Take that pawn. Check. Take that pawn. Does not make sense. Knight takes. I should open the back rank mate now. f5 करेगा अभी. Okay. Take with pawn. चेक के बाद में क्या ऑप्शन है? Check and take his. No, rook can go back. Take this bishop is wrong. I need to plan something else. Pawn push. Take my bishop. Okay. Take his bishop. अब नहीं. अब गड़बड़. अब वो गलती नहीं करेगा. चलो. Bishop attacking rook. We have to give up bishop now. If he takes this, cannot take this. And goes back is also a problem. Take his mate from here. Open back rank. बहुत पहले बैक रैंक ओपन करना था. काफी देर कर दी बैक रैंक ओपन करने में. If I go back, that's a check from here. Brilliant यार. सर रिजाइन। नहीं हो सकता इसमें कुछ। मैंने बहुत गड़बड़ कर दी है, बहुत ज्यादा गड़बड़ करी है इसमें, इस गेम में। बैक रैंक बहुत पहले खोलनी चाहिए थी। और आई थिंक काफी सारे अटैक्स मिस कर गया हूँ। और अननेसेसरी उस साइड पे अटैक के लिए गए थे अपन। देखें। ब्लंडर भी कर रहे हैं यार हर गेम में, आज मतलब ब्लंडर कर रहा हूँ मैं। ओके, यहाँ तक एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, कैसल ठीक है। टेक दैट pawn was mistake. What was best here? To take his knight. Queen takes it, bishop activation, and then take. So I have good activation on board after this because rook is also going here and another rook. ठीक है, so that was a he made a blunder and I didn't able to utilize that. Best in this case was to take that pawn and remain safe. Why I went for that pawn? Explain. Rook goes here, and I could have taken his rook. Rook cannot be possible there. And still there is no. This cannot be. What? Acha, now it's my turn. So rook goes back. This was winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, but we are exchange up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are exchange up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything is fine. चलो, let's move on to another game. एंड गेम में मिस्टेक की है, मतलब मैंने ओपनिंग वाज नॉट बैड, ओपनिंग वाज गुड। ओपनिंग में गलती नहीं कर रहे हैं, दैट्स गुड। आई शुड टेक मोर केयर इन द मिडिल गेम। चलो देन। हेलो हेलो अगाथिस, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। अभी वो G2 भी कैप्चर कर सकता है, हाँ भाई। गेम ही खत्म हो गया था वो तो। pawn push, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop activation, bishop here, bishop takes, queen takes. Okay, bishop activation. Let's not do anything unnecessary. Now I can take his knight, take his bishop, and he will have three pawns in one line. And if he takes, queen takes, that's a good activation for me. I do have queen activation. He does not have any piece activation after that. Queen and knight activation. And also the castle after that. So triple activation. Better position. Bishop here was mistake. Bishop push. Bishop was coming. Unnecessary move. Today I learned that we should not do any opening mistakes if we want to think for long term. Bishop goes here, looks better to me. Going for that pawn, I can activate my queen here. Okay, now he's attacking that pawn. Take his knight. Looks little weird. Or if he attacks, can I also not go for attack? Okay, let's simply castle. If knight takes this pawn, I can place my queen here to threat for mate, but knight can go back. So maybe I can place my queen here, or bishop goes here, attacking both the knights. Castle. Bishop takes. I'll take it back. check, uh, check with bishop, check with queen. Bishop here, attacking both the knight. Knight takes this pawn. Queen can go here. Now I do have very good attack. Just need to calculate properly. Like bishop goes here, knight takes pawn, queen goes here to threat for mate. If he castles, queen goes here, simply knight can be placed back. Queen goes here, he can castle after that also. Bishop goes here, or knight takes, pawn takes, queen cannot be placed here. If queen, if queen here, I think queen here, threatening for mate. Knight needs to place back. I can take his knight. Pawn takes, queen takes it back with check. Bishop can come in between. Uh, no capture f7, then q d5 check. Capture f7, q q d5 check is not possible na bhai. Our knight is blocking that. Cannot take his knight also because after that also d5 is not possible. Queen goes here, knight goes back. Knight takes knight. I can have pawn back with check. भाई यही सही लग रहा है मुझे तो. बाद में देखेंगे कि बेस्ट क्या था, लेकिन फिलहाल के लिए मुझे यही बेस्ट लग रहा है. Queen threatening mate. He has to defend his knight. Knight goes back. Knight takes knight. Queen takes pawn. Back with check. Okay. So उसने भी प्लान करके रखा था कुछ तो. Now what's next? Rook activation here. If he castles, I can take that pawn. Take his knight. नहीं. He cannot take my bishop right now. I can take his knight. Bishop here. Bishop can come out. Bishop knight takes pawn push. Maybe knight activation forward. Bishop takes. Queen takes. He takes my bishop. I can take his knight with check or take his knight and keep it simple. Bishop goes here. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Shivu. Bro, check with bishop, then queen, f3 check and take your knight. Chalo, we will lose on time. We have to play something. Rook here. If he takes that pawn, takes my bishop, I can take his knight with check. And if not, I can play my knight here. Bishop takes it, queen takes it. Still the same plan. What if we take this pawn? I can attack his queen, take, or attack his queen, give him check, and take his knight. Or take his knight and then give him check. Okay, so maybe attack his knight now looks good. Or bring my another rook, attack his queen. Queen takes this is a mistake he made. My plan was not to take his knight. My plan was to just open this file, so keeping support on rook. So if he takes that pawn, that's a check. So attack on his queen. He has to take this. If he takes this rook, I'll take his queen. So that's a best move. I think that will be calculated as brilliant move. I can take his queen, and we are queen up. Thought so long, but that was worth. Check, pawn push, or simply attack his knight. That's a check from here. Or take this pawn. Keep it simple. We are clear winning. So take this pawn. Bishop going here. Attacking knight can take that pawn. Yep, bishop going here. Attacking knight, and I can take that pawn. I know his plan is to bring his bishop here, and if I'm try to make some mistake, he can give check and okay. So I can take that pawn, but why should I take that pawn? Let's bring our piece in attack. Bishop g5 was best. Bishop g5, pawn push. Yeah, I can take at that pawn and take and check and take his knight if his kings come forward. Yes, that was best. Yes, bhai, you are right. Correct. Exactly. It's a equal position, but we are just in advantage of just that we have castle and that's it. Pawn push, making opening back rank. That's what we learned from our last game. Queen going here, bishop can be planned here to go for that take. Sacrifice bishop, then take knight. Correct, bhai. Ekdam sahi. Rook goes here. Rook goes on c5, attacking knight. He has to push this pawn. And queen goes here. Yeah, queen goes here for this check threat. If you push this pawn, I can take this. Check. Cannot give check now. F4, F5. This is a better option. Now I have F3, then F5. Queen to F3 and F5 push, attacking his bishop. He can push this pawn. Low on time, yes. We'll play a little fast. Double push. King goes to h2. After that, f5. If this push, if he takes, I cannot take it because my king is pinned. So first h2, I need to play h2. If I take this, now I have extra pawn. Bishop cannot take it. I have, yeah, I do have this pawn. If knight takes this, I do have this check. And my piece can activate so fast after this. He will or should do f5. f5. Okay, that's a check. Bishop attacking knight. That's a check from here. I can simply go back. And if he plays this here, I can try for check and mate threat maybe after that. Low on time, 48 seconds. He missed that. This check was better actually. You will lose by time. That's why I'm trying to play faster. Not just fast, faster. Got his piece. Let's go. This is winning now. Faster than ever. Come on, place your rook here. Bishop goes here. And I have your rook. He's actually not trying to win on position. What he's now doing is trying to win on time, which is actually a wrong move for him. He should try to win on position. He should have tried. Now he cannot do anything. Is that a clear win? Can my chat see it? Does 18 second more than enough to win this game? Just do a pawn push, don't waste time. Yeah, bro. सही बोले गुलशन भाई. Good comeback, bro. Clear win. You missed q takes g7. He was in good position. He should have tried to win on position. That's what he didn't did that. He tried to win on time, which was very bad. Bro, you missed q takes g7. Jet 2300 हुआ कभी? हाँ भाई हुआ था. 2315 I think 2320 तक पहुंचा था. 2320 was best. He has lost on time, has good position. He's noob. Yes. Not noob. He was trying to win on time. When you get excited, you lose that game. Chalo, moving on to another game. Our luck is supporting today. This time, see, I'm playing Scandinavian defense. This is different position. You will learn new opening now. So I gave him free pawn, and now I'm double attacking on that pawn. If he would have tried to defend that pawn, my position was better after e6, but he didn't did that. So it's converted to Scandinavian defense modern martial variation. Actually, against queen, we don't know how to win. So he didn't know what to do. Yeah, correct. Knight goes here. Can give check. Knight activation. Pawn push. Knight can give check. Knight here. Knight take is not an option. So placing knight back. That's why he was banking on time. Okay. How to learn the attack and defense, bro? I am 1000 elo guy. I play like freelancers without any knowledge, attack and defense. Bro, see if you don't know anything, then try to learn openings first. Or if you don't want to play, like if you don't play online often, go with the chess books, learn the openings, and your game will get improved. Try to do exercise, try to solve puzzles. Hello, Vansh, welcome to the stream. Knight goes here, attack on queen. Queen goes back. I can take this pawn. Let's castle. And that too long castle. Pinning his queen. I do have this g5, then g4. Attacking his knight, so I can take this pawn. If push takes, knight takes it, queen goes here, rook comes here. No, not good. I think let's first attack his queen, or can I not just take this pawn? Yeah, I can do this. Take this pawn. Pawn cannot be taken. Pawn takes. I can take it. No, that's a wrong. That's actually a wrong thing. I lost a piece. I lost a piece. That was wrong move. I should have at least calculated. I went so fast. I got two pawns against a piece. Okay, so cannot do anything. I should have at least thought, yeah. Now what I should have to do? I need to plan the end game from here, and I have to place my pawns in the center to win this. That's the only thing, and that's the only chance. Two knight against one knight and two extra pawns only. Do have two extra pawns. Where are you from? I am from Burhanpur, Madhya Pradesh. Gansham, yes, lol, lol, lol. Pawn push, so his knight cannot come forward. And this pawn push, so I can have the center. Now I think rook here. I think this is a mistake he made. I made a mistake. He also made a mistake. Or no. I cannot take his rook. That's connected with knight. Another mistake. Another pawn loss. This can't be won. He's 2 2256. This is going to be difficult. So I'll try to trap his one knight. Also losing pawn. King goes here. Knight does not have escape. This is win for white. Yes, it is, but we can give a try. Hello, hello, Marshall. Welcome to the stream. If pawn push, pawn push. Okay, king goes in, king goes in. I'm getting his knight. That's a good escape. Come on. Why I didn't saw that? Cannot do anything. If this knight, if this knight takes, if knight takes this pawn, uh, this knight set cannot move. If I go in, yeah, if I go in, this knight set cannot move, or simply I can go here to go for that pawns. Knight goes here. I can have this pawns. Resign, resign, resign. Still trying to draw. Because minor pieces are there on the board. Not trying to win on time, trying to win on position. उसके बाद pawn push. Pawn push के बाद में knight take this pawn. That's why no pawn push. Knight king goes d7, king goes d6. Attack his knight. I can have another pawn and continue to push this. Okay, this is a actually a good par. I need to bring knight back ASAP. Knight back, pawn here, or knight back. This is a lost. This is a good wall he created. Great wall of China. Knight goes here, knight gives check. Knight goes here, pawn push. Knight goes here. I have to give up my knight. Yes, we will. We will shock him. At least try to take one knight. Come on, give me one knight. Give me stalemate. That is also not possible. Yeah, I saw that resign button now. This was too bad, yeah, too bad. I made a miss, although. I gave him piece unnecessary. I gave him queen. Pawn takes, then knight takes. Yeah, come on. He played like 91%, I played like 80%. I made one blunder. That was queen takes pawn, obviously. And knight to e6 was a mistake, obviously. I lost after that. It's a clear loss. What mistakes he made? Did we made any opening mistake? Let's see. Okay, this is a miss. Knight goes here was best. Knight goes here was best. Explain. I was thinking to do that, but I thought that queen will give check from here. What if queen gives check from here? Is that a mistake? Okay, knight goes out. Pawn push. What after that? Pawn push is a blunder. No, not a pawn push. Then knight comes out. Then this pawn push. Then bishop goes here. Okay, this is how the continuations come up with. And he cannot push this pawn. I thought that this pawn push was a threat, so I didn't win knight there. Okay, so this is a miss. Although this is not a mistake, but this was a miss to play better. So moving on to another game. You were afraid there, yes. I thought that there is a threat. Like after queen sec, he can push pawn if I develop my knight. So again, little bit difference. Before this, I played. Now I'm playing my opening. This is my opening. I know the theory of this. Best opening against d4. I think I prefer Alkai's defense, that is knight developing on f6. And if we try to, so that, see, what is the plan of d4? What is the main plan of the chess to control the centers in the opening? If you go for d4, then e4 square is left. So always try to cover the e4 square with black. So try to bring your knight to f6, or I think another plan should be after d4 you should push d5. That both can be planned. Okay, so continue with our game. Do you Grunfeld defenses? Grunfeld is the best. If you know Sicilian, go Benoni. Come on, bro. I am not aware with the opening names. Even I don't know how it starts. Study Fisher's Grunfeld to understand d4 from left side. 1 second, I feel I need to. So I'm back. Here he will play d3 to open up his black bishop. He will play d3. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll go for short castle and we'll continue with the attack. The idea of the opening is d3 and castle, knight to f5, c3, qe2. Since now that is not possible, let's pin his knights. I think he's also placing his knight here, offering him knight exchange. Knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, break the center. C3 is little complicated. Like this pawn will become vulnerable. C3, bishop, pawn takes, pawn takes. D3 will become vulnerable because anytime he can push and try to attack this pawn. Okay, so knight goes here. This pawn push is coming. I'll place my bishop back. My main motive is to just open his king side. C3 prepares D4 push. Any E6, A6 is defended by A4. C3 prepares C3 prepares D4 push. Correct. But that is in very long term. Take this pawn, queen can sit here. This pawn push, pawn takes, bishop takes this pawn is still wrong. What can be planned here? Now C3 push, but he will get sufficient time then to attack. Takes this pawn, queen takes it. I do not have any good attack from here. Pawn push, pawn takes, sacrifice my bishop. Bishop takes, rook takes, or pawn push, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook goes here. Can't find out any good move here. Here f3, king to f2. f3, king to f2. What? Rook to h1. Ah, that is also good plan. Right. Correct. Bishop to h2. Bishop to h2. What that move is doing? I don't think that move is doing anything. Bishop takes pawn, rook takes it. Or if king was back, this check was possible. King is sitting here. Bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes bishop. Pawn push. If bishop take, rook takes, another rook can come. But still, that's not a good move. Bishop goes here. Bishop goes back. Bishop goes back. Bishop activate the another way. I think that's a good move suggested by our subscriber. F3. F3. Yes. He cannot play his rook here. I can take his pawn. F3, king on F2, and rook to H1. That's a good plan, I think. It was suggested by, I think, Marshall only. Okay. I think we come with Q F6. We'll continue with the same plan. Queen goes here. I'll exchange it and then take his pawn. Pawn takes. Then rook is coming here. Okay. So rook H1. Take his pawn. Queen takes. Take his pawn is wrong. Take his pawn. He can take. take my pawn back. I cannot take this. Or if I just take this. If I just take this, then take his pawn. That is also a mistake. So let's double up our rooks. This rook and I'll bring another rook. Rook h2, yes, rook to h2 and rook to h1 again. जय भाई 2300 विन. भाई 2300 करी थी, वापस से नीचे आ गए. 2300 वापस से करेंगे अपन. थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा लेकिन if I take my bishop back, he'll push this. So his plan is to close my bishop, but I'll bring my bishop forward on d5. He can take this, and if I take, that's a check. And or if I take this pawn, pawn takes. If I take this pawn, pawn takes. He can push this after that. So I think now c3. Or take this pawn, pawn takes, push this. If he push this, then I can bring my rook here. Or let's bring both the rooks. Let's do it. Let him take the pawn, pawn takes. Let him take the pawn. I can make c3. I can push c3, pawn takes. I can push c3. If pawn push, I can place king on e and king will take e2. I'll take this pawn. Now, rook cannot take this pawn because I'll take this pawn, attacking queen, and that pawn. If that pawn taken, so check. Okay, take this pawn with bishop. He closed my file. Now I cannot take that pawn. So I need to defend this bishop. Or should I go for bishop takes pawn, queen takes. You have gifted me. I can still win this. I can still win this. Now I cannot win this. I completely gifted him game. Now he can win. Come on, take my bishop with check. Take my rook also. Take my this rook also. Take everything. Seriously, seriously, seriously. I was not expecting to him to make this blunder. He's double 279 playing this good and come on, yaar. You was right in the excitement you lose, yes. When God has planned. Come on, yaar. I was not even expecting to win this. Like, to take this pawn, even I took his queen. He should have first made the queen with check, then rook back was a plan, and after that I was threatening, trying to threaten mate. Or he should have simply taken my rook, maybe, and defended that. It was simple as that. चलो, let's move on to another game. इस बार नहीं, इसको एक बार रिव्यू करते हैं ना. इसको एक बार रिव्यू करते हैं. आई थिंक काफी मिस्टेक्स इसमें भी. वी हैव मेड सो मेनी मिस्टेक इन दिस गेम आल्सो. Let's see that so that we cannot make it later. He made a one blunder only. We did not made any blunder. But bar is still showing that I played like 76%. He played like 80%. Knight here was a mistake. Best was to place my knight on f5. Pawn push was good, but what was the best in this case to push this side pawn? Was c3 a plan? Marshall was saying c3 was a plan. What? Let's see. Before placing my knight there, what was the best was to place this here. But what if I just played e3? Was that also a good move, or c3 is a blunder? Not now. Instead of playing my knight here, if I would have played c3, it's showing as inaccuracy. Maybe I think before playing bishop also, if I played c3, it's a good, but I think this was best. Okay, play London. Can you remind me how it starts? Remind me how it starts and I'll play that. D4 bishop f4. ठीक है. With black, I think we play London with white, right? D4 bishop to f4. Caro-Kann. Caro-Kann. Let's go with the Caro-Kann. Although Caro-Kann is not my game. He's preparing this. That's a trap. It's going towards advanced tal variation. Not a free bishop. Like, we are playing against 2600. Wow, that's NM. Okay, this is going to be fun. This, if we win this, this is going to be our best win. And Caro-Kann also I'm playing first time. I never tried this opening, but I know the basic theory of this. Knight activation, check, and I can go for long castle. Okay, he can have free pawn, or maybe not. I can check, give him check, and place my queen on e4, offering queen exchange. Yes, Gulshan Bhai explained that why it was wrong. Nitin. King to d8 is in danger for square, dangerous square for king. King to d8 is danger square for king. If I castle, so now his plan is to bring his knight forward. How to stop that knight? By just taking this pawn. If I take this pawn, rook will attack. Take this pawn. Take this pawn, rook attack. Queen needs to be placed back, and then another rook. And I just need to take my piece back. So bishop check, pawn push, pawn push, pawn takes, pawn push, queen takes, rook here. Rook here is not possible. Bishop is guarding that. Long castle will create problem maybe now, maybe later, but it is going to create a lot of problem. Knight goes here, knight goes here, knight goes here. Knight out, queen takes pawn, rook goes here. Queen cannot be placed back. Queen can be placed here, but okay. So knight goes here. He'll take this pawn, yeah. I need to defend this pawn first. Maybe a pawn push or simply do a long castle. Am I going in his trap? Like, am I going in his trap? Is he trapping me? Chalo, let's see. Okay, knight here was better because now I cannot take this pawn. Rook can come here and my queen will be trapped. So queen back and offer him bishop exchange. Take the bishop exchange. Offering him bishop exchange is still a wrong move. That's why he is NM. Sacrifice my bishop. Pawn takes, attack on bishop. At least I can take a pawn. Bishop to h3 via x-ray. Yes. Okay, at least I can have a pawn. Check again and I can have rook. My knight can go back. If I go knight here, he can plan his rook here. He can also go for long castle. If I make a pawn push, pawn push looks good. Pawn takes, I can still have check. If knight goes, he's offering queen exchange now. I can't take that queen, but if he castles, I can take his knight. Knight to f6, but but let's wait for it. I need to, I need my queen. Knight to h6 is still possible if queen on g7. Can we make some puzzle? Sure, I will do. No, you cannot. There is rook. Okay. So if he castles, I cannot take any of the knights. Right. This he saw little later. This he saw little later, or we saw it a little later. He's +3 now. A piece up, complete piece up. I need my queen. I can't exchange queen. You still have initiative, but need to like I just need to keep up with that. Otherwise, take his queen. Knight goes here, attack his rook, or simply take my queen back. Queen back here is good. Knight, knight is forking. You can still win. I don't know. Now that's a force exchange. At least activate. At least I'll activate my rook for that. Knight attacking rook. Going for that pawn. Pawn push is possible. Attack is knight. So I can take this pawn. But is that not a mate? If I take that pawn, that's a mate. I cannot defend this pawn also. Next one. Always try, but never cry. Today is our luck. I think, I think I can win this on luck. Now luck is not working. Luck is poking on the edge of the river. Come on. Rook goes here. Check. Check. King goes check. Check. Last try. Need to give up that pawn also. Come on, take that pawn. Rook comes here. I can take. I can walk this way only and take draw. I will not go here. I know it's a mate. Come on, push your rook here. King goes here. Still try. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, brother. It's not luck, but brain that plays in chess. Sometime it's luck, bro. Knight to c5. Okay. So check. King goes here. Check. King goes here and check to take his rook. Do I have any bishop check? What about this check? This check. Now let's plan carefully. Plan carefully. Plan carefully. So this check, king can go here, king can go here. Uh, if king goes here, there is check from here, but knight can go back. Still, I don't think that's still a mate. If I take this pawn, we are low on time. Come on, little bit faster. This moves is fine, and then this check from here. Knight comes back. On, he already found that what is the better. That's it. He was using your time to calculate. Yes. He's 2600. Difficult to win. Come on. Move your king forward and I'll resign. If is he calculating that if queen goes back, if king goes back, he's going to waste time. If king push forward, rook comes back, rook check from here, king goes here, rook check from here, king goes here, and that's a mate. Come on, yaar. No, can't stalemate also. After king b5, mate is unstoppable. Let's resign this. He's just wasting time. What? I resigned and he moved on. He moved back. But still, that was a mate. Like, check from here. Pawn push this or this is possible. Come on, come on. He would defend with b3. Yes. That was a lost only. Let's but analyze that where we did the mistakes. In the end game, in the starting, in the mid game, he created a cave for the king. Yes. Exactly. He was actually wasting time. We also saw that he won. He played like 2350, we played like 2000. Okay, so let's review. Did we made opening in mistake? Did we make the this was a miss? Okay, what was best here? Okay, I should have got pawn, extra pawn. Okay, so in the opening, we what mistake we did was king, queen could have opened here. Unnecessary, this pawn opening was not required. We by ourselves only opened our king side and gave him advantage. So bishop comes back, knight comes back is a mistake. Knight here is again a mistake. What was best? Knight goes back and giving him free pawn because that pawn was of no use or open up the position. This is obviously a mistake because rook goes here and the bishop goes is mistake. What was best here? To bring my knight. Okay. Offering him knight or bishop. but I do have good activation. That's why. Or do I have any tactic? Like why he can't why he didn't take that bishop? He wants better activation. Anything was better. Like he was better. That pawn push, king side pawn push was a mistake. I think he centralized the bishop in the middle. Yes, correct. Do you use a diamond subscription plan? I bought platinum few days back. Why to exchange when you have mate in three? I think you are taking talking about RH3. I'm talking about RH6. Okay, bro, play with the maximum 3200. How I can play? It was a random match. I'm not playing intentionally. He came by random 2600. Come on. Now it's a Queen's Gambit Marshall defense. I'm pawn down again. This is Grunfeld Alkine's Bernoulli variation. Okay. Is it worth buying? Yes, it is. You can solve so many puzzles and improve your game. Knight to c4. Knight to c4. Bishop takes knight. Bishop goes back. Now still my king side is open. I should castle first. Safeguard my king. His plan is to push this pawn to attack my knight. So attack his bishop. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Attack his bishop. Still, if we do pawn push, I can take his knight, but I'll be in trouble because my rook is not safe. So take his bishop. Very bad opening. Yes. I'm just trying a random openings today. That's actually not my opening. Knight activating forward. No, attacking his knight. Knight goes here. Rook can be placed on c5. Now knight activating forward, or maybe rook here. This double push looks good. Trying to trap his bishop. Double g5. Bishop goes back. Knight goes here. Attack his bishop. Can threat for that pawn, or bishop goes. Bishop needs to be placed here. Still, this double push is good. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Attack on bishop. I know I'm doing very bad today. It just I'm trying something new because I'm just bored by playing same every day. Pawn push. He'll push this, or knight goes forward to attack that pawn, and my bishop can activate this way to attack his knight. Knight goes forward, bishop here. He'll push this pawn. Mm, Chalo, let's do this. Knight goes here, attack that pawn. Now bishop goes here. He can't push that pawn. I can after that play bishop on e5, or maybe I could take his knight also. I could also play bishop to d4. I have to stop his d7. Yeah, d bishop on f6, can play bishop on d6. If pawn, or yaar, I missed this. I missed this. Shit. But I can plan better. You missed a simple fork. Yes, I seriously I missed that simple fork because I was stuck with my plan. Like my plan was to bishop here, bishop here. That's what I was stuck in. So I missed that. Now his rook needs to be placed back, because if bishop comes here, I can push this pawn and take this pawn with check. If rook back, then it's a simple fork again. But this time I'll take this rook. So he has to take with knight, and I can take this pawn. If he takes with rook, that's a check. Like I can take that pawn again. So he gave up his rook for. Also, you can threat knight takes b6. Yes, I can now go here and to take that pawn. But does that make sense? Or simply I should continue with this push? Attack his rook. If he tried to attack my knight, I can take this pawn. If he tried to defend this pawn, I think let's continue with this push. With this push, knight goes here, knight goes here. No, pawn push. Knight takes this pawn is also not possible. Let's bring our rook. He'll push this. That's why I'm not doing that. So also you can threat knight to d3. D3 is it's too premature. D3, rook here. I can take that pawn. D3 pawn push. I can continue with attack on his rook. If rook comes here, then I can push. So should I push this pawn and this pawn first? Yep, let's do this. This h4. Then I am planning h3. So after which I can plan attack on rook, because I'll have this check after that. If he try to defend this pawn, that's a check. I can take his rook, and I think, what about rook goes here? Is that a good plan, or should I continue with this? Let's continue with this. Pawn push, pawn push, pawn push. Come on. Is that losing now? Attack his rook. This only looks good to me now. It's a over again. Bring your rook here. Check, I can take his bishop. Or check. Queen takes. I can continue with the pawn push. Yes, now this looks good. Pawns are too strong. Pawn push, check with knight. Take his bishop. I can take this pawn with check. Or give him check from here. Will that make any sense? Check from here. Check from here. Come on, come on. Find out something. Check. King goes back. I think this check. And I should stop this pawn. And I should not take it because that's a check. If rook takes, I can bring my bishop back, poking both of the pieces. Knight goes here, I can simply attack his knight. Bishop comes back. Take this plan here. Or is this a losing? But yeah, let's play seriously. This is the last game I'm playing with the new opening. I'll play the openings I know after this. Trying to win on luck. Like, that was the thing. Luck was good. I tried. I thought to try every opening, which we can do. He made two blunders. I didn't made any. Yeah, that was a blunder. I missed that. What was best here? Now I should have brought my rook. I started playing so loose from here. Chalo, let's move on to another. This time we'll play seriously. And now the plan is to win 3 to 4 games in a row from here. 3 games we are going to win in a row. He will bring his bishop. So Scandinavian defense closed. Bishop goes back. Knight on f3. Short castle. Queen on c5. Bishop goes back. I don't want to give up my bishop. Okay. Free d pawn. Was that part of his plan? Is he master or someone? I don't know. Three games in a row. Won one. Although that was on luck only. But anyways. He did a misclick. Yeah, it was a mouse slip. Winning by luck work, man. It's not every day. Just today I'm winning on luck. It's just working today. Rest of the days is my bad day. I keep on losing. Does it increase the same sense of visualization and forward thinking strategy? Yeah, you don't know. Come on, take my rook. And that's free. He didn't took my rook. Come on, yeah, that was free. This is not luck. What is happening today? Winning, losing games and losing, winning games. Okay, resign, yeah. Nothing left in this. One last game. After this, I'll play with subscribers. He did not take because he was looking at bigger candy. कैंडी पिंडी वाले शब्द मत यूज करो यार. आई हेट दैट गाय. बहुत अजीब भाषा यूज करता है वो. Ah, I am. Can I play with you, please? Sure, bro. This is the last game, and I'll play with subscribers after this. He did not take because he was looking for new to chess. Chalo, no problem. Hello, hello, Varun. Welcome to the stream. I sub thanks for that. How do you learn to predict moves in advance? It's experience. We can't learn to predict, although what we can predict is when we are losing. Bishop here, queen can come here. Pawn push and push. He'll push this. Pawn push push to give him check. Yeah, this pawn push and push looks good. If king goes here, that's a check and I can take his queen. If we try to attack my queen, still there is check and king goes here is a mate also. What if he does this pawn push? I'll still give check and take this with check. Pawn push is coming. I'll give this check. Bishop can come in between. This bishop can come here. So two pawns, but completely making his position disastrous. Bishop here, take that pawn. No, this push looks good. Pawn push. This pawn takes with check. If this pawn push again, pawn push forward, rook takes it, king takes it, queen takes pawn with check. He's in big trouble. I think you move knight to f2 may be brilliant. Yeah, I think so. I also think that. If this pawn push, I'll take this with check. Rook can come here to check him again. Queen goes here is check with bishop. So yeah, he's still in big trouble. This pawn push, I'll take this pawn with checkmate. I'm from Burhanpur, bro. It's in Madhya Pradesh state. How to reduce blunders and increase the usage of best possible move? See, bro, if you want to learn OTB on the board, so practice offline, practice with books, practice on board. If you want to improve your rating online, so what you should do is learn and solve some problems, do puzzles, whatever openings you are making, learn that opening. I don't speak India, brother. India? He has to find the best move. What's the best move here? On board is different than online. Yes, that's why I told that read books and practice offline. Okay. So bishop goes here, attack his queen. Or if I just take this pawn, check with check. If queen takes it, that's going to be a mistake. Now we have to calculate what is the best move here. I think I'm not getting anything from here. So just take this pawn with check. King goes back. No. Queen, bishop here, attack his queen. If queen can go back, I can take this pawn with check. If queen takes it, that's a check with rook. Or just take this pawn with check. King goes back is the option. So attack is bishop first. Yeah, attack is bishop first. Attack is bishop attacking queen first. If queen goes back on f2, we'll take his f4 with check. If queen takes f4, that's a check with rook, and I can have his queen. Does playing chess help in real life as well in term of decision making? And so it's still the same. Take this pawn with check. Sometime yes, but not really. It just make you little aware, like you are little in life. You get more active day by day. Like you will get active. That's what it help actually. Nothing else apart from that. Now this was a blunder I think, and Rook goes on g8. He'll resign after that. Rook g8 check. Queen cannot, king cannot go here, king cannot go here, king cannot go here. That's a resign. Chess has helped me mental health because it's you and the game, it's all that matter. Exactly. Chalo. Time to play with subscriber. If any one of you want to play, you can send me challenge. Anything 5 minute unrated or below that. Till that time, we'll solve puzzles. Till the time you are sending challenge, let's solve some puzzles. Or should we analyze that game? I think we made some good progress in that. Let's analyze that game. WTS the main difference. What's the main difference? If I review this, was the F. Did we made any brilliant move? Was F2 a brilliant move? No, we didn't made any brilliant move. That was actually a mistake. And he missed that. What was best in this case? To take with king, explain, take, and he should have planned that. Takes that check, and that's it. After that, nothing was happening. And he's getting pawn advantage back. His king in the corner, but that was difficult to find. And that was very good advantage for me. No challenge, bro. Unrated, unrated. OTB and online. Uh, there is major difference. See, when you play on board, you don't see moves directly. Whatever you see online, if you play on board, you have to practice offline. When you play tournament, you will see that even the 1400 rated player will uh, being uh, s- being a very good player. Even 1400 player can play so good moves on the board that you will not able to see the best move, and you will not able to play the good position. So playing on the board is very different. Playing online is very different. Nitin Kukreti, 5 minutes unrated challenge, accepting that. I heard Magnus saying that chess is all about pattern recognition. He said it is 60% institution, 30% calculation, and like 10% intelligence. Yes, absolutely. But not just a 10% intelligence. If it was just 10%, then good players should not have won against Mikhail Tal, like lost against Mikhail Tal. Mikhail Tal was the best player, although he was knowing the opening principles. Then also some games he played like Queen Sacrifice at the very beginning of the game, which was not even advantage making advantages. So it's not about just 10% intelligence. It's about 30% intelligence, 40% is institutional, and remaining 30% obviously calculation. And you cannot calculate everything. Can you give an example from your games played? Great, brother. I don't understand the difference, bro. Explain one nice more. Bro, I can't actually explain you. You should play and experience that. Chalo, anyone wants to play? Not challenge, bro. It's an unrated challenge. 218. Aish. Good game, buddy. Yes. Okay. I think no one wants to play. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the channel also. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You play out of my book. हेलो हेलो भैया, आज मैं ज्यादा लेट हो गया। कोई बात नहीं शिव, कल टाइम पे आना ब्रो। चलो दैट्स इट, थैंक यू, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट।